Today, anyway, we're going to be talking about doubles. And there are so many types of doubles. In fact, I would like to do this before we get started. What kind of doubles are there out there? Is there any end to doubles? No, I'm sure somebody has made another one that we hadn't thought of. I like things like Eric Rodwell when he had his support doubles, but let's just go over here and say doubles. And look at the first one. This one that I think may come up today to talk about just a little bit. Action, optional, cooperative, balancing doubles, and so on. So yeah, here it shows a lot of them. And we will talk a little bit about this action, optional, cooperative double, which means DSI, partner do something intelligent. The balancing, we've spoken about that in the last seat, the pass out seat, the balancing double, borrow the virtual king from your partner, so to speak. Equal level conversion doubles. I mentioned yesterday that I am not at all fond with off-shape doubles. If you make a double after an opening bid, a takeout double, you're showing that you have 3 card support in the other suits. And if you only have 1 or 2 card support in other suits, then you better have 17 or 18 points or more. But there is this one exception some people like, is the equal level conversion double. Not many people are aware of this one. I don't think it ever really caught on. Fisher lead directing doubles, another one's hardly ever played. But there are the actual lead directing doubles, as we speak about when they bid a suit like a transfer suit, like here it shows 2 diamonds and wanting to transfer to 2 space, and you double 2 diamonds, or the Stayman, 2 clubs. The Leitner's double we spoke about, Leitner game doubles, maximal doubles I'll speak a little bit today, and we're talking about negative double to find a fit in an unnamed suit. Preference normally is to a major. Promises majors? Well, we'll talk about that today. And a reopening double, a negative slam double, a negative free bid, which is the opposite, and I should get a little bit on this method. Not too many people. I think that was one of those Marty Bergen specials that didn't catch on with a lot of people. Some people play it rather than negative doubles. It's another type of alternative treatment. The penalty doubles, which a lot of us wonder, when is a penalty double? We'll have to spend more time on that. Responsive doubles. Well, it's like a negative double by the person in the 4th seat, the advancer they call it. So we won't talk about that. Snapdragon double, where is it the 4th suit being bid? Striped-tailed ape double, stolen bid double, not too popular with advanced players. A sucker double, where you bid and then run. A support double, the Eric Rodwell. The takeout double, or it used to be called informatory. 3 no trump doubled, thrump doubles, I think they sometimes call it, not to be confused with our commander-in-chief, president. But yeah, there are lots of them there. And I've been talking all this time, and I haven't been showing you the right screen as I've been talking about. Anyway, I guess that gives you a little heads up on negative doubles. They actually, I think, were invented in about the 1950s, early 1950s. I think that was Alvin Roth. He was one of the precursors to the 2-over-1 system, and had some good ideas on like forcing no trump and some other things. And so yeah, it's where, back in the early days, doubles were always for penalty. And then they said, well, if your right-hand opponent makes a double, or I guess it could be left-hand opponent in the pass-out seat, but if the right-hand opponent makes a bid and you've got good values in the other suit, it doesn't make sense to penalize at the 1 level. So when you're doing takeout doubles, we've talked about some of the requirements. We might even go into it some more, but it turns out the negative doubles, a lot of it's just the opposite. Well, think about it. When you do a takeout double, you should have essentially an opening hand. Now, you may have shortness in your righty suit. Let's say they start off with 1 spade, and you've got 10 or 11 points, and you've got a singleton or a void, but you've got support in the other 3 suits. Partner, take it out. Bid another suit. So the point requirements is normally around an opening hand. And if you make a double, and then you bid a new suit that your partner didn't select, then you better have that 17 or 18 plus points. You're saying, partner, I think we have a game. I've got more than 17. If you've got 7 or 8, that's why I doubled and then bid a different suit, or doubled and then bid no trump, which would mean more than 15 to 17, wouldn't it? So it's to show some extra values. Whereas the negative double, a lot of people do get confused thinking, well, it must kind of work like the takeout double. And as we're going to see, it kind of more works in the opposite fashion. So, okay, here's the dilemma. The opponent overcalls, so it was 1x, 1 banana by your partner, and then the opponent to your right, the right-hand opponent, made an overcall, but maybe they overcalled 1 spade, and you don't have the ability to go to the 2 level because you don't have the 5 and dime. 5 and dime. Boy, that goes back, doesn't it, Grace?
Oh yeah, I love the 5 and dime.
What does a 5 and dime mean?
5 cents, 10 cents.
5 cents and 10 cents. So you used to even call them nickels, didn't
Giving
they?
away our age.
Not that they, yeah, but they're not made of nickel anymore. Everything's made out of zinc these days. But anyway, so it was, yeah, to make a 2-level bid as the responder, you had to have a 5-card suit and you have to have 10 points. Unless you're playing this negative free bid stuff. We won't go into that. But yeah, so you're kind of stuck. You don't have a bid. You want to do something because you've got, like, I don't know, 6 to 9 points. And so there are some other situations we're going to be used also. But right now, what we have is to find another bid. And we have the negative double. But as I said, the nakeout and the nakeout, that sounds like, oh, sorry. Negative double and takeout. Boy, I got those two concatenated. They are different. So a takeout is when now the opponent has opened and you are making an overcall, whereas a negative double is where your partner has opened and the righty has made an overcall. So wouldn't you think it would take less points if you were going to make a double if your partner's already shown 12 or more points? Sure, about half. You only need about half the points. We'll get into that more later, but that's the basic concept. And with the takeout double, well, first, when we double the opponent's overcall suit, or when, yes, we double the opponent's opening suit, whereas a negative double, we double the opponent's overcall bid suit. Not a double, when they've made a suit call. And with the takeout double, we normally have an opening hand, 10 to 13 points or whatever, maybe 10 points with a void. And a negative double, we need about half. At the 1 level, 6 points is fine. 2 of the minor, maybe 7 or 8. 2 of the major, maybe a little bit more. At the 3 level, if they do a preempt, like 1 diamond, 2 spades, you better have more points, because obviously if you're at the 3 level, well, just think about it a second. If we're having a fit, and you don't know if you have a fit at this point, but if they do a preemptive bid to make a 3-level contract, we normally need more than just half the points in the deck, unless we have shape. So if my partner only has 12 points when they opened, and I don't have a 10-ish hand points, it's like we may or may not. So there's more risk, which is what the preemptor wanted us to do in the first place. We'll get into that. So, okay, takeout double. We need 3-level support in each of the unbid suits, unless you have this type 2 double with 17, 18 points or more. Whereas a takeout double, you are short in the right-hand opponent's suit. A negative double, maybe you're not short in all 3 suits, And a lot of people, they don't realize there are some times where you don't have to be short in all 3 suits, as long as you've got a 5-card suit that is reasonable. We'll talk about that. Takeout double. Double a new suit, as we say, 17 plus points or more. Negative double. When you make a double and then bid a new suit, it's sign off and it's to play. Well, how can that be? Well, if I've got 10 points or more, let's say it goes 1 club by you and 1 spade. If I've got 10 points or more, I can bid 2 of whatever my suit is. But if I want it just to play, I've got to double first and then bid that suit. That's kind of opposite. It's exactly opposite of a takeout double. We'll see more on that. But you should be aware of these. And if I see a lot of players, you think they know, oh yeah, I know negative doubles, but they don't realize this very important part here. So once again, and I'm going to show it maybe on a little picture here. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So, here we have the table. And partner bids, let's say it's 1 heart. Then it goes 1 spade. And you're down here, and the big question, if you have 10 points and a 5-card suit, you just bid 2 clubs. It's unlimited values. You've got 10 points or more. ostensibly a 5-card suit, and you're good to go so far. You obviously don't have 4 spades, or you could have made, sorry, 4 spades. You don't have like normally a fit with partner, or else you're going to show it later, the heart fit. If you did want to show a fit with partner, you could go 2 spades, consort with the enemy, bid their suit. Whereas if instead of this, after 1 heart, 1 spade, I've got, let's say, 5 clubs and 9 points, I can double. And then I don't know what my partner's going to do. If I have to come in at 3 level, if it goes to 2 something, then that says I'm going to just play in that. I doubled and then bid my suit. Grace has got her hand up. Yes.
On your previous screen, if you want to wait till you're done with this, if we could go back to the previous screen, Howard has a question on that one.
Okay, I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Sure, Howard, that'll be fine. So at any rate, the idea here that I see a lot of people have a problem with is that when it comes to let's get rid of some of these things, and when our opponent makes a 1 heart, and then we make a double and bid a new suit, this shows this 17 plus points. Whereas when, easier to start over, when we bid, let's say 1 diamond, and they go 1 heart, and no, we don't have 4 or 5 spades. We'll talk about why you need 5 or more later. But when we're down here and we can't bid 2 clubs because we do not have the 5 long and 10 plus high card points, then what we have to do is we have to double first and then bid our suit next. And that's something, I don't know why a lot of people have problems with that, but if nothing else in this lesson, if you've got that, you're ahead of most. So, okay, we're going to go back to the other screen.
We are actually good. Howard said you addressed that in the illustration you just gave.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to continue on. We got quite a few slides, and but we do have 6 hands with several more variations. So stand by. We'll get to them. And so takeout versus the negatives. The non-takeout, it could be a 5-card suit at the 2 level, obviously, whereas non-negative, you cannot bid the 5-card suit with that less than 10 points, just to reinforce that. The non-takeout is where a Q bid shows special shape. When I gave an example, like my partner bids 1 club, and then it goes 1 spade, and we go 2 spades. So it looks to me like there's at least forcing 1 round, and it's typically showing shape, although I don't know why you'd want to show shape on the club suit. But at any rate, that's a whole nother story. Maybe it's 1 heart, 1 spade, and now I do 2 spades to show support for my partner's suit. Okay, then the non-negative takeout, we show that the right-hand opponent is not bidding with a double. So if they bid with a double, then it's something else is going on. So it has to be where they're bidding a suit. I hope you're okay on that, because if they have not really, it's not a bid, it's a call, because it takes up no space. So passes are calls, doubles are calls, redoubles are calls. They don't take up any space in the auction. So anyway, that's not part of the negative double system if they've made a double. All right, so here's an easy one. My partner opens 1 club, and then righty goes 1 diamond. And there's even a lot of discussion. How many points should they have? Should they just have like 6 points with ace queen 5 times or something? Well, it could be lead directing, if they're in no trump, but a lot of people feel that you should have more than that if you're going to do the diamond suit, because the majors you can compete, but anyway, it went 1 club, 1 diamond. So now what? Yeah, they didn't promise a 4-card major, so we can just bid our 1 heart or 1 spade. Fine. Yeah, fine. We don't need to make a negative double here at all. Just bid your 4-card suit. First law in bridge is, well, one of the first laws is look for a golden fit. And so if my partner has like 4 clubs and 4 hearts, 4 spades, then yeah, I'm going to want to bid one of those majors up the line if I have 4 of them. If I have 5, I'll start with the spade suit first and then can come back to the hearts. But here we're saying we've got 6 points. That's all we're saying. And this person who bid 1 diamonds, goodness knows how many points they have. Okay, so next, here's one that is not a negative double. 1 club, and now it's a double is made by the righty. So we are not going to be making a negative redouble or something like that. Our redoubles, typically in most cases, they show 10 points or more. I'm not going to get into that a lot right now, but normally it's like, hey, I've got some points myself, and I guess you probably wouldn't have a nice 4-card major to share with your partner. I have seen some people pass where it goes 1 club, double, 1 spade, and my partner passes it. No, it's not a passable bid when you bid 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade. Yeah, we know that they've got 10 points or more when they've done the double. Maybe they have like 4, 4, 4, 1 and only 10 points. And they said, okay, partner, pick a suit. They're trying to do a takeout double, but we can just go ahead and bid our suit. I wouldn't bid 1 diamond with 4 there if I had a 4-card major, but that's just my style. So, all right, continuing on. Here's another one that's not a negative double. 1 club double, right by the token it isn't. And if I've got my 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 spades, or 3 clubs, well, I could have bid it at the 1 level. Why am I doing it at the 2 level? Well, regardless of what it says here, now I think I've got it right. It should be probably less than 6, but it's a preemptive jump. You may have... oh, I guess I've got it written down right. Yeah, it's maybe you've got ace, queen 6 times in the spade suit. And now, that would be 6. I think I just bid 1 level, but how about king 6 times, or king 10, or king jack 6 times? Better, here's a real nice one. King jack 10 6 times. And you want to do 2 spades? Well, what is going on here? Well, my partner's got, let's say 12, 13 points maybe. And this person, what if they had that type 2 double themselves? What if they were going to double and then bid their heart suit? Because they've got 17, 18 points. And so they're like doing that double when they've got a huge hand, and then they're going to show their heart suit. And it really wasn't a takeout after all. And now when you come in with 2 spades, it's kind of like, it's a little harder. So normally when it comes in with 1 level suit and then a double, and then you do a jump to the 2 level in a higher ranking suit than partner. Remember, partner in this case was clubs. So let's say it was 1 heart, double, and I do 2 spades. Then yeah, it's a higher suit at a higher rank, and it's a preemptive bid just to play. Okay, not a negative double here. 1 club, 1 diamond, obviously 1 heart or 1 spade. No, we're not going to be making a double there because we just have 1 of those 4-card majors, not both of them. So, and that brings us to this one. 1 heart, 1 diamond. If you make a double here, this is a special one. This is the way everybody is supposed to be playing it. It promises you have 4 in both of the other suits. And you could have who knows how many points, but you've got at least, 5, 6 points. Could have king, queen 4 times in 1 suit. Fine, they're working honors. Ace, jack, 4 in spades, whatever. That's close enough to 6 points for me. But normally 6 points, and you're promising both of the majors when it's 1 club, 1 diamond. That's one of the exacts. Now, the reason I say here, because it does not apply at the 2 level. It applies only in this 1 club, 1 diamond. So you're thinking, I think I've got it, Michael. I think it applies everywhere. I have to have both majors. No, only at this 1 club, 1 diamond level. And similarly, there's another rule when it goes to like 1 club or 1 diamond by my partner, and then it goes 1 heart. If I'm going to be bidding 1 spade, I got to have 5. No, don't do it with 4. Make the negative double. That's another one of these special rules. And why is that so important, you ask? Well, I just want to bid it with just 4 spades. I've got ace, queen, 10, 4 times. Come on, it's pretty good. No, because your partner, if you're going to be competing, ostensibly they'll probably bid 2 hearts, maybe 3 hearts, is you want to know if you have a 5-3 fit. And in this specific auction here, you want it where you have the master suit, you bid 1 spade, you have 5, please. Okay, so one to remember. We've got a couple, don't we? Okay, 1 club, 1 heart, 1 spade. I am promising 5 or more. Yes, I'm not going to be making the negative double when I have 5 or more. One of the beautiful parts of the negative double system. This does happen quite a bit. Okay, one club, one spade. Uh-oh. One spade and a half, there's no suit. And if it's one no trump, we're showing what, 8 to 10, a couple stoppers in the spade suit. So, now we got to put on our thinking cap. Well, if we make, as you see, the 2 heart call, then that's that 5 and dime, 5 and 10 points. You're showing at least that values. You want to do it with a good 9, a real good 9, fine. You've got a king behind the spade bidder, king 3 times in spades, fine. But it should be 10 points or more to make that 5 and dime bid of 2 hearts or whatever you were planning on doing. Otherwise, well, what we have to do is we have to make a negative double, even though we had that 5 hearts. Sorry. And if our partner doesn't find that suit, then we rebid it and it's just a play. Remember, if we bid it at the 2 level, it's forcing. We have 10 points or more. If not, unlike the takeout double, it's the opposite treatment here. Okay, so 1 diamond, 2 clubs. Whenever I see this one, it makes me think of Eddie Cantor about how this takes up a lot of space, and the negative doubles are like, you don't have to have a perfect hand in this situation for this bid. They've made it very awkward for you. And so here, unlike the 1 level, when you're making a negative double with 6, 7 points or more, when you're at the 2 level, it's 2 of the minors here, by the way, right? 2 clubs. Yeah, if you've got about 7, 8 points, or more, fine. And you've got, some, 4 in one major and 3 in the other. We'd like to be both. Well, if it has to be both, forget using it at the 2 levels, because you're not always going to have that. Or you could have 5 hearts, but not 10 points. Remember that? So you have to make that double first and then bid your heart suit. And if your partner's got 3, and first they were reticent to bid it, but then, okay, my partner has less than 10 points, and they have 5 hearts. Could be a 6-bagger. But does not have 10 points. We're giving away so much good information when we have these competitive auctions. Okay, 1 diamond, 2 hearts. There's that preempt we were talking about. I need my 10 points and 5 spades to bid 2 spades, and if I only have 4 spades, I've got to make a takeout double. If I don't have like 4 spades, I'm probably going to pass and hope my partner makes a reopening bid. Or I don't have 4 spades, then do I have ace queen 3 times in hearts? Should I be bidding 2 no trump if I've got like 8, 9 points? Good questions to ask. Okay, so 1 diamond, 4 hearts. There we go. Somebody was going to ask it, so I might as well bring it out there. Is this a takeout? And if you remember when I showed the different types of doubles, some people talk about optional doubles, cooperative doubles, action doubles, do something intelligent, DSI double. It's like, they're making us roll the dice, aren't they? You've taken almost all the oxygen out of the room. I'd want to have some good spades here. But yeah, if you want to make it where you're giving partner optionally, what is your hand? If you've got like some wasted values, you've got ace, king, queen, jack, 6 times in diamonds. Well, that's not going to take many tricks. Sorry, partner. So sometimes this is where we have to do a little bit of gambling. But I would say, I'm going to go back to Marty Berg. I remember when I was reading his book like 20 years ago, and he was saying that when the ACBL made you put something on when they put it on the convention card, and he would put through 7 hearts. No, you wouldn't want to do it through 7 hearts. But if you talk to Larry Cohen or some other people that I know, he will say is that, yeah, you just can't sell it out. If your partner makes a double, you've either got to, with the right hand, either leave it in, or you've got to go ahead and continue to bid on. Okay, I hope that helps. And if you have to make an absolute forcing bid, then bid 5 hearts. That's what you bid the opponent's suit. Okay, negative doubles versus takeout double treatment. So we talked about the double in the new suit bid. Remember, that was 17 points or more. With a takeout double, the negative, it's just to play. If you had 10 points or more, you would have made the bid at the 2 level. And how about this one? 1 diamond, 1 spade. Okay, we have a reasonable hand. Not quite 10 points, but we have our 5-card suit. Remember, that was where we did the negative double first, and then we can come back with our suit. I don't know, maybe it's not going to be diamonds. Maybe it's hearts, maybe it's clubs, I don't know. All right, examples. One club or one diamond, one heart. The double promises 4 and not a 5-card suit of the spades. If you had 5, you would bid 1 spade, so otherwise you make a double. The one club or one diamond, 1 spade, and you make a negative double, you're promising 4 of the other major and 6 to 9 points. You might have 5 of them, but you don't have your 10 points yet. Sorry. One club or one diamond, 1 spade, and you go 2 hearts. Now we're promising, obviously, that 5 and 10 bid. And then 1 diamond, 2 clubs. Oh, that's one we don't like. We have at least 1 4-card major there. The other, hopefully, is a good suit. And so it's sometimes it makes it imperfect when they make it a very hard bid for us without 1 diamond, 2 clubs. 1 club, 2 hearts. If we do a double, should be expecting 4 spades, or else, maybe just pass for now. Okay, Grace.
Howard is asking in the third line, he thinks it should be 6+ points. 6 to 9 points, you say, right? No, he said the third line.
Third line.
Yeah,
third
you have
line
6 to 9.
Says, yeah, 6 to 9 points, and I guess maybe we should say 6+ points, because it sure could be a lot more than 9 points there. So, good point. Yeah, you could have more, but you don't have a 5-card suit, so at this point you got 6+. Okay, so negative double point values at the 1 level, 6 points or more. At the 2 level, 1 club, 2. 1 club, 2 diamonds, in fact, but 1 spade, 2 diamonds, where they've got 12 points or more. Yeah, if you've only got 6 points, if you've got a really good 6-point hand, ace, let's say it happens to be, let's see, not spades, hearts. Ace, queen, 10, 9, 6 times, whether you think you should make a 2-heart call, it's some of you have to use some judgment. So whether it's high card points or just plain points, you have to use some thought. But normally you want a little bit more is idea when you get up to higher level. And when they go to 2, let's say it was 1 heart, 2 spades, or in this case 1 spade, 2 hearts, now we're promising at the 3 level. So, try to have more than just 6 points. Or you better have some length of suit, when you're making a double and then bid the suit, right? Okay. So ones that are not negative doubles, that was like 1 heart and they go 2 hearts. Hey, wait a second, they bid our suit. The Michael's Cubid showing spades and a minor. So if we make a double, it shows we have 10 points or more. And obviously we don't have 4 spades in this auction. That's the opponent's suit. They've got 5. So yeah, that's penalty oriented. And if then the next person goes 2 spades and my partner does a penalty or double again, any second double after the first one here, it says we're more interested in penalizing them, especially if they're vulnerable. But be careful if they're playing in 2 spades doubled and we double them into games. So don't use this bid casually. Make sure that you have some working values. Okay, next, 1 spade, 1 no trump. Aha! If you make a double, this is I like to call the BOP, the balance of power double. I've got like really good 8 or 9 points or more. Yeah, they've got 15 to 17, maybe even 18 points, but they do not have half of the points in the deck. And so when you make a double in this case, it's not a negative double, it's for penalty. There is one exception. I'll talk about that in a moment. And here's the basic idea. If they don't have a fit, you're probably not going to find a fit either in this type of an auction. So it's not like saying I'm taking it out for hearts or something like that. Which that means is that if it went 1 spade, 1 no trump, and I do 2 clubs, it's just a play. I do not have 8 points, or I would have made that penalty double. And therefore, it's kind of like I'm just bidding the suit. So I think we should play here rather than let them play it in 1 no trump, partner. Interesting. A lot of people miss that one also. Not part of the negative system, but just so you know, when this is not a negative double, but the rules that should apply. 1 spade, 2 no trump, showing for the 2 lower bid suits, typically the unusual 2 no trumps, so it's clubs and diamonds. If I make a double, hey, I can penalize them. I've got some goodies in at least one of those suits. Don't have support for my partner suit, or I would do an invisible Q bid. I would bid one of their implied suits. Their implied suits are clubs and diamonds, and I would bid clubs to say, I have invitational points for you, partner. Or if I bid 2 diamonds, the higher of their anchored suits, because they have both clubs and diamonds anchored, I bid the higher. I say, I have game values, is the way I like to play it. There's different treatments. 1 spade, 3 no trump, double. Yeah, I think we're looking for penalty here. This is not a takeout for hearts. And so I would not be surprised in this case where I have like 10 points or more and my partner has an opening hand, is they're probably going to flee because they probably have 1 stopper in spades and maybe 6 or 7 of a minor, and they're going to flee to that minor suit. Okay, another one, not a negative double, is, let's see, pass, pass. I do 1 spade, and then it goes 1 no trump, and then it's a double. Oh, it's a balance of power double. Well, you know, if Michael Nisler opens light in the 3rd seat, you know, with like 10 points and a 5-4-3-1 shape, yeah, maybe Michael's going to have to retreat back to his suit or bid something else because I did not have the true value. So the balance of power doubles. So when your partner's a non-passed hand, because sometimes people in the 3rd seat, they like to make somewhat speculative bids. I don't think it should be with 9 points, but I've seen people do it with 10, sure. Have I done that? I won't say. Nod. Okay, so that's one that I would say not a balanced power double. Not a negative double is where it goes like, let's see, 1 diamond by lefty. And then you bid 1 heart, and then it goes 1 no trump, stoppers and hearts, 8 to 10. And then I make a double. No, this is something else. It's not a negative double. Negative double is only when your partner has started the bidding. We're not going to talk about responsive doubles, as they call them today. 1 club, 1 heart, 1 spade by me. Okay, I'm showing 5 spades, right? 2 hearts. They're doing an O-bar, opponent's bid and raised. My partner does 2 spades with only needs 3 because it knows I'm promising 5 or more. Great. And they now do 3 hearts. They're competing. And I make a double, not a negative double. It's called a maximal double when you have a suit ranking higher than the opponents and you both have fits in your suit. It says, I have some extras. I don't know if we should be in game or if you just want to bid 3 spades. But I had my choices to pass, to bid 3 spades, or double. And my double is not for penalty. The double is to say, partner, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should go to game or not? Okay. So I think that completes all of that lesson. That was, wow, almost 40 minutes. I'm almost ready for a break. Excuse me a second. I think I need to have a swallow of something here.
Alrighty, and while you're getting that drink, there are quite a few questions from Howard. There's a couple of options here without delaying the show too much. I've bookmarked the points, so if you want to address them later offline, that's fine. Or if
I can take one right now.
Alrighty, so let's just go to the most recent one on the last screen. He asked if, don't you need 10 plus for that penalty double?
I'm not sure which one, but let's go back to that. For the maximal double,
is that the screen, Howard?
It might promote a different screen. I suspect it's a different screen. I think it might be this one on where a passed hand to balance a power double. Yeah, you might have 11 points and have initially passed, but your partner with 1 spade, you know, if they've got like 10 points and you're making a balance of power double, yeah, I think that in this case, they might make the contract right there. So I'm a little bit suspicious. And if your partner, as I mentioned on the slide, always does it with, you know, a fairly good hand. Remember Douglas Drury's partner, the dentist from, I think Toronto is where from, and you know, always was opening weak in 3rd seat, and that's why he came up with the Drury convention. So at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and go on. If we didn't cover it, we can, depend on our time, but we've had a lot of chalk talk, so I'd love to get to the table, and I'm sure you would also.
Alrighty.